American Bowser for this one. I can definitely... Actually, no, take that back. Ivysaur versus Bowser is kind of rough.
It's actually
for Bowser. Yeah.
It's one of Bowser's worst matchups. However, he did beat Young Quaff.
Yes, he did.
The Flex Zone 2. But he also lost to Pluto at Don't Sleep and didn't make out of pools. So, who knows?
Yeah. It's a 50-50 with your boy American Bowser.
Meta Knight's a much better matchup. Loiko actually thinks it's like even, maybe slightly IB favor. It's one of those hard ones where the character Meta Knight probably wins, but it's just kind of hard to pull off sometimes.
Yeah.
Because Ivy just has a lot of range, disjoints, it's hard to get through it.
Yeah, very good at creating wall compared to other characters. I feel like it's kind of more obvious in what your game plan needs to be with Ivysaur in that certain means when it comes to like fair down tilts, razor leaf, making sure that you can get them off. But so far, it's looking pretty dominant. American Bowser dash dancing in center stage, trying to bait out a move, going off stage. Gonna see, yeah, making sure you can keep his space now that he has his Studebacher Hoch, going for the down tilts.
Jake's playing neutral well at the moment. He's staying very grounded, which is what you want to do against Ivy. You can crouch cancel all our stuff. Lots of run and grab and run and shield is what you want to do, because all of her moves are pretty laggy and she doesn't have a great grab.
I mean, it's still pretty hard nonetheless, because with Ivysaur, you're still going to get jab, I think coming out frame 2, if I'm correct. Frame 2 jab, down tilts. You're still going to get a lot of tools that Ivysaur can definitely throw out just to make sure that at low percent, you're immediately put down into knockdown and then get tech chase situations off that. I think it's just really going to depend on how Studebacher Hoch
that was really good
that, yeah.
By Ian right there, just holding center, forcing him with range to have a bad out of shield option, and then securing the stock for it.
Ooh, and
2 high percent for that.
Yeah, I think that you should have just gone for cape rather than just straight up B. It didn't look like he was too close for it either way, and that's going to be a big build-up percent coming out from Studebacher Hoch. Great punishes. Oh, and then missing that roll-in. Yeah, he was investing his space by the drift forward on the nair rather than just staying in place, covering the space on the roll. And that definitely going to hurt him, but still going to get the stock.
Charging the solar beam, playing the invincibility frame as well.
It's really smart. One of the things that we see from Soth, faster healing on top of getting those free hits when invincible, because it'll charge up the solar beam either way, so it's not like losing an investment. You're still getting the charge. Something that you really need to do, especially with Ivysaur's a lot of cons the character has. I know being lower on the tier list as of recently.
Ooh. Oh, very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Right there, the quickest way for Meta Knight to grab the ledge would go for a down B sweet spot. He had the edge guard good. Knocked him out of the first tether. All he had to do was get to the ledge. However, he messed up the double jumps and up B.
Yeah.
As we saw the SD. Now comes the percent where you kind of just have to get a stray hit.
And it looks like American Bowser, he's making quite a few mistakes, and I think it's just more that Studebacher Hoch is capitalizing off of them. We saw that earlier stock, I think, in the second one. Ian was taking a solid 80%. One of the things that you really need to do, especially with Meta Knight, who's super unforgiving if you play him right.
Yeah. I think Ian's doing a better job of holding center stage. And whenever you see him, Jake in the Meta Knight in the corner, he's kind of just crouching, throwing out a tilt, just threatening a move that he can do, and Jake is having a hard time getting out of the corner.
Yeah.
See tilt.
And I think it's also that American Bowser, with his dash dancing, it's not... he's giving up space more with his dash dance than holding position. Trying to bait on a move, you're seeing him go for these long dash backs to long dash back forwards, and if Ian plays it right like he usually was, is that he would like roll into the space or just creep up forward, because on the long dashes you can just gain the center stage that they're giving up. So super smart. Yeah, and just gonna catch that roll on center stage, making sure that he get it out of that scramble situation. American Bowser getting 54%. You're going to have to be super, super careful, especially in this position. Yeah, he was opting for the jab, knowing that that get-up was kind of slow. Yeah, especially with platforms. I mean, Ivysaur really good at collecting, especially punishes. He can cover a lot of distance on platforms with fairs, back airs, all of these long disjoints, but if you're going to miss attack, what we saw earlier is just catching you with the up B. You see it a lot when Machiavelli was still playing. Soth, like we said. Ian, definitely one of the teachers. Even Houston Ivysaur now, moving.
Oh, he's in Houston now. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he moved back in with his family, becoming a Houston player rather than DFW. Yeah, I think a lot of the times, especially if Ian is trying to invest, a big thing that you can do by playing Meta Knight is sharking, because the ability, especially if he's going to start transitioning from platforms, you can start sharking with Nair, up air, just trying to get that lift.
Up air is the main one, having frame 3 sword with very low cooldown.
Yeah, it's pretty insane trying to get that off. Even if you're going to catch him out of his ground game, even at lower percents, we just saw at 0, it lifted him up. I don't know if that was a true crouch, though. And great Solar Beam coming out from Studebacher. Oh. Yeah, we saw that ledge hop aerial just because American Bowser tried to crouch in the corner and trying to keep the space and going for the down tilt. Yeah, you really, really have to start respecting him, and he's catching him with the ground game with those down tilts, trying to get those punishes.
Ooh. Not the most fortunate DI on that down air.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ian's he's holding center, he's abusing his range. He's just using his moves and long disjoints to keep Jake out of it.
And he's not even investing in the movement that much. He's just staying still, making sure that he dashes towards him and then getting the punishes off of that. And the fundies are working out really well, making sure that he just is staying grounded.
Doing super well at holding his ground and spacing things correctly. I think Jake needs to left-right a little more. I haven't seen any run-up shields this game. Run-up down tilt into like boost grab or something.
Yeah, and that's one of the...
Ooh. That's going to seal it.
And that's a pretty good win.
That's a good one, yeah.
That's a very good win for Ian, beating arguably, or a PR'd player in general.
Number 10 currently.
Ian on the rise when it comes to Melee. I know that he's been waiting for PM to go his way as well, and